Welcome to the Pregnancy Help Podcast. I'm Christine Grimmett, and I'm here with Andrea Trudden, Heartbeat International's Vice President of Communications and Marketing. And we are glad to be joined by Sarah Gabel Seifert. She's the co-founder and president of the pro-life diaper company, EveryLife. And EveryLife, along with creating some amazingly soft and high-quality diapers for our little ones, also collects diapers and wipes for pro-life pregnancy help organizations. And we'll be talking in this episode about an upcoming diaper drive that corresponds with Respect Life Month this year. And what a great opportunity this is for our listeners. So we want to start with some background. And Andrea, I'll pass things off to you to get us started on that.
Thank you so much, Christine. We love when pro-life organizations work together to find practical ways to support women and empower communities to embrace life. And so we are always excited to put a spotlight on a different element of the pro-life movement because there are millions of people around the nation and around the world who are just looking for ways to help. And we are so grateful that we have Sarah Gabel on with us today to highlight a newer way that we've been able to do some very positive outreach to communicate a pro-life positive pregnancy help message through practical and tactical means. So EveryLife, I'm going to let Sarah Gabel talk about that a little bit more, but one thing that we want to be certain that we are highlighting is that they just celebrated their 1-year anniversary. And so it's very exciting to see how big a company can come so quickly, being surrounded by pro-life individuals who simply are looking for ways that they can help in very positive ways for women and families to help them thrive. So Sarah, I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about your journey as to how you have moved putting your pro-life values into action, and a little bit about your background with pregnancy help organizations as well.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Our partnership with Heartbeat International is very special, and we value the work that you guys are doing and the collaboration that we've had already together. And I know there's more to come. We'll get to talk about that later on, I'm sure, in our conversation today. But my background, I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, incredible family, Christian home. My faith really got ignited in college when I started to own it and really realize that I could have an intimate relationship with God. And so he started taking me on this journey that looked different than what I had planned. I was studying economics and business and was going into real estate. And quickly he led me into getting churches off the ground and getting into ministry full time and working with incredible nonprofits. So I really dove into the nonprofit space. And I remember in 2019, I actually had a dream in the night where God woke me up to, no pun intended, to the issue of abortion. And I knew it was wrong my whole life, but I had never really let the weight of what was happening sink in until God spoke to me, and it shifted things for me. I remember waking up in the morning and describing this dream to my husband, saying, God's showing me something here. This is on his heart. His most precious children are at stake, and he's looking for fighters. He's looking for people to be the voice for the voiceless and to stand up and protect and defend every miraculous life. And so I went through this journey in 2019 of crying out to God, saying, Lord, what do you have for me? I know you're putting this burden on my heart for your children from the moment of conception. And I'm waking up in the night praying for moms and praying for these babies. And a lot of times God will break your heart for what breaks his. And that's what I was going through. And it was quite beautiful. But I got to the point where I said, I got to do something with this. I felt an obligation, a responsibility, a duty to really respond and try to be a solution in whatever way that looked. And it led to me actually getting into the pregnancy resource center space. I had the honor of serving there for a few years in San Clemente, California. I was living in California at the time, and I was going through this journey, and I served as the client services director. And I got to meet with these women firsthand and hear their stories and hear their backgrounds. And again, heartbreaking for these women, and loving them and meeting them where they were at and providing the truth, the power of truth. It is unbelievable seeing that in the counseling rooms and seeing the light bulbs going off and seeing these women start to realize that there is a beautiful life growing in their womb, and seeing the baby on the ultrasound and introducing the gospel, life saved over and over and over again through this work. It inspired me even further. So getting to have that experience in the front lines, the frontline work of the pregnancy resource centers, it was an incredible experience that I will always look back on and say, thank you, God, for leading me to this center, and having that experience, I think really propelled me forward into what now is EveryLife, the fastest growing diaper company America has ever seen. And so I'll share a little bit more about that in a moment, but that's kind of my background with the Pregnancy Resource Center and how God led me there and how it's so near and dear to my heart. And I'm so thankful for all of the pregnancy centers that are listening. We pray at EveryLife every single day for you, because we know that work is not easy. It's challenging, it's hard, it's rewarding, but it's no small task. And so thank you for all of you who are out there fighting for life and fighting for these women. It's amazing.
It is always fun to see how God uses all the different moments within our life to prepare us for the next step. I often say, I kind of feel sometimes that I'm just blindfolded walking down a path, and every so often God will like take the blindfold off and you look back and it's like, oh, that's how I got here. That's why you had me in this position for this time. It was to prepare me for what's to come. And I know that that happens a lot within the pregnancy help movement. We hear the different diverse backgrounds that people come bringing skills in that we didn't necessarily realize at the time would be needed and necessary to grow even more. And I know that you definitely have been able to use that background to really bring in, again, the compassion side, recognizing from your experience in the pregnancy help movement, knowing that sometimes the women need just that moment of pause to think about the moment and think about the things that they're seeing as giant challenges or hurdles in their life, but really just need to talk it through and recognize that, oh, if I just do this, or if I had this one moment or this kind word of encouragement, everything changes. They have a mind shift that then puts them on a very good positive path for life for them and their child. And that kind of brings me back to how you were able to take that experience from recognizing this moment of these challenges the women are taking and then putting it into a very practical way to serve the women and families all over, in addition to the pregnancy help movement. So tell us about the transition to EveryLife and how God moved you from point A to point B to where you are today.
Absolutely. So my husband and I have always had a heart for life, a heart for our country, a heart for God and faith. And when we were in this season during COVID, really, when a lot was shutting down and we were starting to really see what companies we felt like we could confidently support, it brought us into a decision where we said, wouldn't it be really great for us to actually compile a list of pro-life, pro-family businesses that we could go spend our dollars at? Because we started to realize that there's power in purchase. And again, COVID, I think, highlighted a lot in a lot of different spheres. And I think the business sector was one. There was many small businesses that now today are actually don't even exist anymore because they didn't get the business that they needed to move forward. And many large corporations, they're doing just fine. But my heart is for small businesses. My heart is for not to say that there's not a time and place for larger organizations, but I do believe that our country was built upon entrepreneurs and being able to, I think small businesses are the backbone of our entire nation. And so we started to realize, what if we started to fuel our own personal finances to these small businesses that stand for the values that we hold dear? What would that actually do? And so we created a list of all these businesses that we researched that were for the things that we as a family stood for. Things like our country, things like life, things like our family, right? And we realized that this list would actually be really helpful for others to see in our area, which really created this idea of starting a company called Public Square. Public Square is now the largest compilation of family first businesses that you can find today. We have 80,000 plus small businesses where you can know with the blessed assurance when you go onto this platform, it's an app and a website, you can shop in alignment with your pro-life, pro-family, pro-freedom values. And so as I'm working at the center, I'm helping my husband get this company off the ground and doing the both and as best as I could. But I started to see, as a family, we had a decision to make as it was growing and scaling, and we were going nationwide with Public Square. I decided to go in full time with my husband in our endeavor to really do this movement that we were creating with excellence. And so through partnering with him and this incredible team, we're so proud of what we've accomplished. We've taken Public Square public actually on the New York Stock Exchange last year. So we just celebrated that milestone last year. And at the same time, through the Public Square app, we started to learn that our consumers were searching for diapers. They were searching for wipes. They were looking for a solution in baby care, and there was no solution. There was no pro-baby, pro-life, pro-family diaper company, which was shocking to me that there were no diaper brands that were standing for God's most precious children, their own customer base. If anything, we discovered through a lot of research, and I also became pregnant with our first at this time. So it became very personal to me too. I was getting ready for her nursery and forming a registry. And of course, I'm looking into all of these businesses, specifically diapers, to learn that every major diaper company on the market today is supporting abortion either vocally or financially. This was really, really heartbreaking for me and my family to learn that these diaper brands didn't stand for my child. I couldn't support it. And so that's when we said, man, again, felt an obligation, a duty, a responsibility to respond and be a solution. And that's why we created EveryLife. Out of the frustration, actually birthed this amazing company that now is really serving not only parents with a premium high performing product, but to your point, we are really partnering with pregnancy help centers across the nation, providing them with the essentials so they can bless more moms that have embraced life.
We've had the opportunity to partner with you alongside the centers. And I know that you've served, I can't even count. I know that it's at least more than 24 communities directly through the pregnancy centers. But then when you take out the special features that you guys have within EveryLife with an affiliate program to support financially the pregnancy centers too and help them advance, there's been multiple ways. So can you share a couple of the ways that you have been able to partner directly with pregnancy help organizations to really help expand that? Because I know that we know that there's 2,800 pregnancy centers across the nation. And as we'll talk a little bit later about some things coming up in October that we're able to partner with a little bit more, specifically in a world where abortion is on the ballot in several states this year. But knowing that there is that practical way that people can connect, pregnancy center, diapers for moms, promoting families. Can you share a couple of stories or one special one for you as to how you've been able to see that partnership in action?
Absolutely. So we've already had the opportunity in just 1 year of being a business, donating over 1.5 million diapers to moms really in urgent need. So we're really proud to be able to share that. That's a huge piece of why we exist at EveryLife is, again, not just to provide this incredible solution for parents who want to shop their faith values, their pro-life values, but we really want to make sure that we're not just saying that we're pro-life, but we really put action behind it and put our money where our mouth is. And so through our Buy for a Cause program, this is actually a great way for anybody to be a part of, I believe, our extraordinary mission where we're not only changing diapers, we're really changing lives. If you don't have a baby in diapers, you can purchase a Buy for a Cause bundle on our website and know with the blessed assurance that that whole month's supply of our diapers and wipes will actually go directly to a pregnancy resource center facing urgent needs. And we partnered with incredible organizations like Heartbeat, you guys, and a few others that have really helped us identify where we can send those bundles directly. And so that's been an incredible initiative where people have been so grateful. I think everyone's asking, what can I do? What can I do today to make a difference? And it's a practical way to help a family. Every mom and dad needs diapers and wipes. It's something that is an essential for a family. And I've also learned, even with my pregnancy center background, that a box of diapers actually can be the difference between life or death for an unborn baby. I've talked to many moms who said the financial burden is so intense and strong that even just knowing that that portion is supported and covered, you don't have to worry about diapers. You don't have to worry about about wipes, we have that for you, can really allow that mom or that dad to see the way. It's like some of the fear comes off of them, the weight comes off of them, and it becomes possible. It looks encouraging, it looks hopeful. And so we're thankful that we can do that, and other people can join us in that initiative. We've also done numerous diaper drives to be able to support all different kinds of pregnancy centers and churches and communities across the nation. And so we've been able to donate lots and lots of diapers that way. And most recently, to your question, one of the most impactful diaper drive initiatives we've been able to do in collaboration with a pregnancy center in New Jersey, Bridge Women's Center, as well as Calvary Chapel out there in New Jersey, was so special. We had 1,000 bundles. So we had 1,000 moms that could come receive a whole month's supply of our diapers and wipes. And the turnout was incredible. We even had Bethany Hamilton come on the ground and just love on these moms. She's a pro surfer for those who don't know her, but she's fantastic. She loves God. She loves our company, and she loves moms, and she loves supporting families. And so she was there praying for people. And one of the most impactful interactions for me was being able to meet these moms on the ground and just see the gratitude that they had to take that whole month supply with them, and hearing from them directly, this is making a difference for me. I'm so grateful. Some tears in their eyes, some even saying, I traveled over 2 hours just to come and receive these diapers because I didn't even have diapers for my baby that's born in 2 weeks. I mean, I heard stories like that. I mean, it makes you realize that the need is so strong when you're on the ground meeting these women. And I'm just so thankful that we really get to be the hands and feet of Jesus in so many different ways with these essentials. So it's a blessing. I know we're giving, but anytime we give, I feel like I receive, right? And so it was a blessing for me to be able to pray and come alongside these moms that are so beautiful and need the support.
It is a very good reminder that when we give, that's when our heart is filled with joy. And that's when we do really see God's love at work. And to your point, we know so often, going back to what we see within the pregnancy help movement, it's the women who are coming feel very overwhelmed and again need that moment to pause. But then the impact that just, as you say, a box of diapers and wipes, 1 month's worth, the weight that takes off of their shoulders, and how much they then see the ongoing care that is available. And it completely puts a lie to that claim out there that pro-life people don't care about the women. They only care about the baby. And the reality is we care about families. We care about strong families. And this is how we are able to help support them in practical and tactical ways. And for our listeners who don't know, many of our pregnancy help organizations have these lovely incentive programs where women can come and take parenting classes, and the men can come and take fatherhood courses and earn mommy bucks or baby dollars to get these lovely formula material aid so that they have that ongoing care. But then they're also being poured into with God's love through the work of the pregnancy center workers, through the education that they're receiving, to, again, set them up for success as parents. And so where we have these lovely moments and events within different communities where they're introduced to God's love through a box of diapers, it really does have the ability to completely shift their mindset and really bring them to feeling the love of God and understanding what pregnancy help organizations are able to do for them on an ongoing need. And then the connections that they're able to get through additional resources. So the partnership is so important. And we do very much so cherish the relationship that we've been able to grow with you and work with the network to really advance this pro-life, pro-family message of love and compassion, so that no woman ever feels abortion is her only option. It's a great way to really put that love in action. And so I know that we have some upcoming events looking ahead at Respect Life Month for October. And we at Heartbeat International are so grateful that we're able to partner with you, Sarah Gabel, and EveryLife to really express our love and devotion to these families, but then also advance the mission a little bit more. So let's talk about what's happening in October.
Yeah, we are so excited to be able to expand our already existing partnership. And that's what's so exciting is We were talking about this earlier, that it feels like the pro-life movement is coming together stronger and more efficiently than we've really ever seen. And I think this diaper drive initiative is just another great example of organizations, two of us coming together and saying, how can we make a greater impact? How can we help more moms with the essentials so they can feel that love, they can feel that support, they can feel, like you said, that weight lifted off of them, knowing that they don't have to worry about diapers and wipes. And through that one act of love, it is amazing how it opens up their minds to think, wow, maybe there really are people out there who care about me, who love me, that want to see me thrive, that want to see a future for not only myself, but my baby. And I'm just so excited to be able to do this diaper drive initiative with you guys in October. We're looking at the 4th through the 7th. We'll be launching this diaper drive campaign. What's really exciting is that this actually allows anybody in your community, as well as our Public Square and EveryLife community, to contribute and make just a $50 donation. $55 or $60 donation is actually going to allow us to be able to give a whole month's supply of our diapers and our wipes to a mom that's in need in various places across the nation. Because Heartbeat International, you guys have so many incredible connections and so many pregnancy help centers within your network. We're partnering with some across the US to be able to strategically send them these donated diapers, again, so they can help their clients, they can help the families that really need them most. So I hope that we're going to see a massive success, that we're going to hit our goals, that we're going to be able to see lots of families being blessed through this initiative. And we hope and pray many will jump in and help us do so.
And something that we know is just the reality now is that abortion is on the ballot in a lot of states this year. So we are being very intentional of working with coalitions of pregnancy help organizations in these states so that we can provide practical items to several organizations within the states where abortion is not only on the ballot, but it is being pushed through in a very aggressive and deceptive way. So we are looking for this as an opportunity for organizations to really share the impact of pregnancy help and to show how we are there for the woman, for the family in very positive and practical ways. And this is another way that we can put, again, our love in action. And you said something a little bit ago that does kind of point to the upcoming elections this year, where you were saying how Public Square and EveryLife is very pro-life, pro-family, and pro-freedom. And that is something that we are hearing this year within the Democrat Party, is shouting for freedoms, but in a way that is a little twisted from our perspective, where they're really shouting for reproductive freedom, which what we have experienced time and again, that only includes abortion. And so we are grateful that you guys did recognize this message. You saw it and you worked alongside other pro-life partners to really kind of put an end to that messaging during last month's Democratic National Convention, where they literally had abortion on display in very vulgar ways, not the least of which was providing free abortions. But we were grateful to watch you guys actually partner on the ground. I'll let you speak a little bit more to this, but with our friends at Sidewalk Advocates for Life and Live Action and the pregnancy help organizations to push back. So would you mind sharing a little bit about that opportunity and how that really did reinforce your goal of being very pro-freedom, pro-family, and pro-life?
Yeah, absolutely. When we found out that at the DNC in Chicago this year, that they were going to have abortion on display, free for anybody to come in their mobile units, Planned Parenthood setting up and making it so accessible for people and being proud about that, it really shook me personally. And again, felt like we need to respond and do something here and send a counter message, because what they're displaying there is not freedom. It's the opposite of freedom. These women are going in and they're being fed lies. And these women's lives are no longer going to be the same the moment they get out of that mobile unit. those lives are lost. And the weight of that really hit me. And I'm still shaken by it. I'm still shaken by what has been taken place there so publicly for the world to see, again, almost as a celebration. And so we said, we can't stand by and celebrate something that's so anti-God, anti-life, anti-family. Let's come in and be the solution, in the sense that we need to be celebrating these moms who have a precious life in their womb. We need to show them an alternative route. And so I am so thankful that Sidewalk Advocates and Live Action and Thrive, some of these organizations stepped up and provided a different way for these women to go. And we wanted to jump in and say, hey, for any woman that does choose life on the ground in Chicago, we want to bless them with a lifetime supply of our pro-life diapers, because this is our way of saying, you can do this. Like, we are with you. We are for you. You are not alone. There are so many people who want to see you succeed. We don't want to see you damaged. We don't want to see you dealing with the impacts of this decision for the rest of your life. We know this, but I've never heard a mom say that I regret having a baby. I've never heard anybody say that, but I have heard over and over and over again, moms and dads saying, I regret my abortion. And they're living with it for years and years and years. It's so sad. It's so sad to think about the impacts after that decision. And so we're trying to show them that we want to provide a different alternative. We want to provide a different way that leads to life, that leads to happiness, that leads to joy, that doesn't lead to regret. And so we're thankful that we've been able to partner with these organizations and really hopefully save some lives. And we've already seen incredible response to this issue.
And this is just another amazing way that we can put our beliefs into action. And so I know that you travel quite a bit to really advance this message. Again, EveryLife is just past 1 year anniversary. And I actually didn't realize that you guys had given so many diapers, Sarah Gabel, 1.5 million just on the ground to women. So for people who are looking for these practical ways of getting involved or have no clue what to do, they just know that they're hearing reproductive freedom, they're hearing abortion for all, they're hearing no regulations. When you are traveling around, what do you tell somebody when they're looking for, how do we get involved? How do we show our support for these women?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I'm getting to share about EveryLife in various circles, of course, I'm pointing them to our website. It's everylife.com. That's where maybe you're a mom listening or you're a dad listening. We would love to offer you actually Heartbeat 10. You can get 10% off of your first order, and then 10% will actually go back to Heartbeat's incredible ministry. So if you're a mom, I would really encourage you to try them out. It's the best diaper I've ever put on my baby. We actually said, my husband and I, we wanted this diaper to be high performing, clean ingredients, provide the 12-hour leak protection that parents are looking for, prevent blowouts. It needed to be really the best of the best, even just for our child. And so just know that we spent a lot of time crafting this diaper so it could be very competitive, premium, and at a good cost. And so we hope that you'll try it out. Also, we have now over 1,000 ambassadors that are a part of our movement. And so maybe you are a mom or you're somebody just listening to the show that's thinking, man, I want to share this mission with my church or my local pregnancy center or my sphere of influence. Our ambassador program is a really good way to get involved in greater ways, help us spread that mission. And we'll give you tools and resources, even a unique discount code for you to be able to share with your community so more people can jump in. And that has been such an incredible community of like-minded moms coming together, praying for each other, getting to know each other, and helping us grass movement. It's really a grass movement that they've helped us form across the nation. And then, of course, if you are a pregnancy help center, we want to partner with you. We have lots of different ways we can do that. If you're purchasing your diapers, we give you an exclusive nonprofit discount of 25% off and free shipping. You do a bulk order, the savings really continue. If you are in urgent need, we'd love for you to apply to be a recipient for our Buy for a Cause program, so you can get free diapers. We've done diaper drive initiatives, so we can do that with pregnancy centers. There's lots of ways to get involved on the pregnancy help center side of things. And our dream, our vision is to see every single pregnancy help center using EveryLife diapers, because we are values aligned, and obviously we want to help in any way we can your clients choose life. So please reach out to us if that's you. And I think, if you don't have a baby in diapers, I mentioned this earlier, the Buy for a Cause program is a really great way to engage too. So there's lots of ways to be a part of our mission. And we hope that anyone listening will respond. And I think that's the biggest part, is responding. We all feel, again, that question that we should all be asking as believers, God, where do you have me in this season? And that's a question I'm constantly asking God, what do you have for me right now in this season and time that we are in? Use me. What does it look like for you to use me? And so my hope and prayer is that we would all have our hands open and say, God, use me, because we need more believers. We need more Christians rising up and being a part of the solution. And that's the biggest part of why I'm so happy and so thankful that we're starting to see more people be the solution, not complain about the issues, but provide an alternative.
That reminds me of a prayer I heard years ago from at our Pregnancy Help Institute from one of our affiliates. And she prayed, God, don't just use me, make me usable. And clearly we are seeing that in action through all the efforts that you guys have been doing from EveryLife with getting diapers in hands. It was very eye-opening to really start to peel back those layers and see how many diaper companies are donating to causes that go directly counter to the pregnancy help movement and counter to anything that is pro-life, which is a very sad reality that we must face. But you're finding very positive ways to push back against that and provide alternatives, which that's what we do at Pregnancy Help. We provide alternatives to abortion. You're providing alternatives to these companies that, for whatever reason, they feel called to really push an abortion agenda that we just do not agree with. It is against everything within our being, because life is so beautiful. And so we are very appreciative with everything that we are partnering with in regard to EveryLife. As Christine mentioned early on, we will be doing a special partnership with EveryLife, Heartbeat International, and EveryLife are coming together for Respect Life Month to host a diaper drive. You will see some more information about that in the coming weeks. And we are very grateful for how we are able to partner alongside you, Sarah Gabel and EveryLife, to really help not only serve women through our Pregnancy Help Network, but then provide practical and tactical items so that they know that they are loved, their child is loved, and we are here for them for the long run. And I know here at Heartbeat International, we have several mamas with their little ones walking around in EveryLife diapers, and we are just grateful to be able to support you as we can as well, and really amplify that message of hope, truth, and love through all aspects of this great work. So thank you for joining us today, Sarah Gabel, and thank you for the ongoing relationship and efforts to really advance a culture of life. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Christine.
Thanks so much, Andrea. And thank you, Sarah Gabel. And it's so exciting to hear what EveryLife has accomplished in just 1 year. And congrats on passing that 1-year anniversary of EveryLife. And it'll be fun to just watch in the future years what you guys continue to do. And we're happy to be partnering with you in this upcoming diaper drive. Again, October 4th through 7th. I'll drop links of all kinds of things that were mentioned in this episode in the show notes, so be sure to check those out. Also, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss an upcoming episode. And with that, thank you for listening to this episode of the Pregnancy Help Podcast.